Yogurt Dan. These ladybugs are really driving me crazy. I went to grab the next stack of Lego and there's literally a ladybug on the Lego. It's crazy. So finally getting new windows one of these days. These windows we got when they were installed here. And is that a flying thing there? That's probably not good. But then as you can probably see up there, there's just mold and stuff like that. And so finally getting these things replaced. We've gotten 4 estimates so far, and there's like 3 or 4 more. But then, yeah, hopefully sometime in the next, well, the one person said it would be like 6 to 8 weeks to get everything all set up and then one day to replace it. So hopefully sometime within the next few months, can finally have new windows, my room and my sister's room, which is at the other end of the main floor, not main floor, second floor. And then also, some, doors, the patio doors on the main floor. So, hopefully can get all that stuff replaced because, yeah, this stuff is just not really that good anymore. It's just moldy. There's no actual insulation. That's not the right word, but like sound can travel through easily. Same with all the heat and cold. It's not energy efficient. That might be the word I'm looking for. So yeah, getting new windows, and so that'll be nice. Yogurt time. Sold a Galador set. Not that one, but that was a Galador set that was just sitting there, so thought I'd show that. But yeah, then sold one Galador set from the eBay room. On Bricklink, it goes for like 45, 50 bucks. I listed it on eBay, waited about a year or so, and then it sold for, I think it was 90 bucks plus 25 on shipping. So that was nice. Then let's see, there's ladybugs there, but there's no ladybugs around this light right now, so that's good. Definitely a lot less today. Well, there's one over there as well. You can kind of see it there. There's that one. And then over there's another one. There's a couple on the other side of that light. But then, yeah, got some Lego in the mail today. This here was a sale that a store was having that was an actual sale, because a lot of stores just have higher prices than sales, which it technically is a sale, but in general, most people consider a sale if it's based off the 6-month sales average or something around there and then on sale. So this was like 30 or so, might even have been 40, I can't remember, percent off of the 6-month sales average. And on the thing, it said that I had the note saved for the store, said that their used stuff was in good condition, above average. So then I went ahead and placed an order because they had a lot of things I needed at good prices, very good prices. And so then there was that. I don't think there's anything 4 dimensions in here, but that's okay. So just that stuff there. Then got Lego thing here and one here, just individually bagged for once. So that was nice. So yeah, then I am going to get to work on going through this stuff. So yeah, the eBay room got cleaned up a lot. You can now actually walk around the room, which was something that you were never able to do before because there's just stuff everywhere. So yeah, basically stuff on this table is stuff that is currently being listed. Like this has got to get cleaned up and then listed. And those have drafts made. I have to first finish creating the drafts downstairs. And then when it's listed, it goes on one of the shelves here. But then, yeah, sold the one Lego set. I think it's this one right here, although I will double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one here. So this sold for $90 plus 25 on shipping. So yeah, that was a nice sale. Got this from a bulk buy a while back from someone who had a lot of Galador, and I mean a lot of Galador, to the point that I think it was probably the single largest collection of Galador on the planet. And if I remember correctly, they tried to sell it to Brickzar, but he wasn't interested. And so then I ended up getting it. And so yeah, included in it was those Lego sets I showed on the freezer earlier. This set here, another set over there, and a lot of Galador. Was it like 20 pounds of Galador or something? I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. And I haven't gotten around to listing most of it yet. It's just like everything else gets delayed because there's just too much to list. But I did get a bit of it listed, and I have been selling it somewhat consistently, like a couple orders a month have a few parts in it that are Galador, and a couple of Galador only orders. And then this here is the first actual set I sold, I believe. But I only have two of them listed, so that means half of them have sold now, which isn't too bad. So yeah, definitely a nice one. But then we can see the table in the middle of the eBay room is full of just random things to list, like empty iPhone boxes, because those have some value, an old VHS tape, a Perry the Platypus speaker, which I've listed and then deleted the listing for, and then relisted like 3 or 4 times now on eBay because it just never sells. And it seems like every couple of years I do like a purge on eBay and then just delete all the listings that haven't sold in like forever. But then each time I'm like, okay, I'll put this in the donate box because it's just not selling at any price. I'm like, well, maybe if I put it at an even lower price, it'll sell. And so then it always ends up back on the to list file. Then a whole bunch of DVDs and games and stuff like that, because got these a long time ago. Haven't played most of them. I played a couple of them, but then just don't need them anymore because I don't really play games. And then just some random coins, and these things here got in the garbage a long time ago because you'd be surprised what people throw out. They've been hanging on the wall for quite a while, so then they'll get tidied up, and then depending on the ones that you can list, I'll list. So yeah, and then just this here is a Rock Band stand. No, that's French. A mic stand. And then somewhere else, trying to find it. I'm not sure where it is though. It's a big box, so it's not like it's just sitting in another box. At least I don't think so, but I don't see it anywhere for some reason. Well, there's a big box somewhere, and it is a actual stool. Actually, no, it's right here. Well, it's not that big of a box, but it's rock throne, and these things I got like, oh, I want to say 4 years ago or so, maybe not quite that far back, and I just never listed them. I just never got around to it for some reason. So it's just random stuff like that, old blender top thing, and don't know why this fidget spinner is here. Probably not going to sell it because it's no branding. It's just a random one we got from somewhere. I have no idea where we got that, but those things had a weird tendency of just showing up everywhere a couple years ago. And yeah, just lots of random things that have to get listed. So yeah, this here's the to list pile on in the eBay room, and then we've got one box of electronics there, a shelf with electronics there, and then another box of electronics here, another box of electronics, and then a stack of electronics. And there might be some in those ones that need to decide whether we're keeping or not. And then over here is some random things for microwaves because it's fun taking them apart. These are called magnetrons. They have some decent value. I've sold only like 4 or 5 of them, but I haven't really had that many listed. So these things will go anywhere from 15 to 60 bucks a piece. Whatever you do, I would not suggest listing these unless you know what you're doing, because if you break these things, that is very not healthy for you. So then there's a couple transformers. I don't think I've ever actually sold any transformers, but might as well try. And then just a couple motors and a capacitor. And then for some reason there's a T-FAL here. This thing does not work, so it's to be parted out as well. But yeah, just overall lots of different things. And yeah, going to hopefully be able to get, and this thing is still spinning. That is just crazy. Yeah, then going to hopefully be able to get some of the stuff listed. But then yeah, it's the whole bunch of Lego here and stuff like that. I've got a couple of these thingamajigs. There's, I don't know how many of them, but then my sister got these back when they were, I want to say 80 bucks a piece Canadian. So there's those are hopefully retiring soon. A couple of the trash compactors, and then more Dagobah ones, a couple of Death Stars, then some Spice Girls brickheads, and then back here there's a couple of the 11 brickheads and some Looney Tunes ones, and then just a couple of Star Wars poly bags that were gift with purchases, and some VIP add-on bags. Still have some of the Bricklink Designer Program ones, but those are slowly selling over time. But yeah, then eBay room is starting to look a lot nicer now, and yeah, hopefully this can get listed soon. So yeah, just going through the reddish brown 2x2 plates now, and so far I've only gotten these ones that are good, and all of these are damaged because there's just so many of the brittle brown mixed in with them. It's not just like only these ones here that are the brittle brown, but then when I for each and every one I basically twist it with both hands in the opposite directions, and if I hear a crack, then I put it in here as well. So a decent amount of these ones are also brittle brown. It's just not really possible to snap them all. Some of them just fall apart right away, like you'll get pieces like this from it and stuff like that. But yeah, there is just a lot of brittle brown mixed in. So I'm hoping to be able to finish with this container today, and then I have gotten through the tan, black, and white 2x2 plates so far, along with a whole bunch of the other miscellaneous colors. So then that is currently at 1,257, including a couple of these things that have been listed on Brickstore now, and I still have all of these yellow ones to go. So there's this one here is quite a few, this one's quite a few, and the rest of them are mostly just like one container, with a few exceptions. I think blue is a little bit over, maybe red as well. But yeah, lots of them to go, and yeah, hopefully I can finish the reddish brown tonight. Yogurt time. Got some Lego in the mail today. Have to ship orders out. Finally landed on a person for the windows and door thing. So that is finally decided on, so that's good. And so then that stuff will hopefully be eventually, not sure when, probably a month or so, but then should have new windows and door, so that's good. And so yeah, just got this Lego in the mail today, and then in it got this one here, which had a whole bunch of different things for dimensions. Well, these bricks aren't needed anymore, but this leg and this helmet will get 2 more minifigures done. Then there was this one here, which I needed for eBay as well. It was 50 bucks ish, and then a couple weeks after I bought it, a store in Canada that I actually just got that order in the mail from yesterday had that minifigure for sale, 40% off, and it was like 15 bucks cheaper than this store, but I'd already bought it, and so there's nothing I can do. And then the helmet for the one Chima thing, so then that stuff there, we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 minifigures done, 4 dimensions. Then there was also an envelope. It had this one. There's another one in here. If it'll drop out, you can see it a little bit there. It's oh, there it went. So these 2 here will get 2 more different dimensions. So that's done. And then this one here got the dark purple helmets that I ordered a while back in. So there is 500 of those to go with the air tanks. So that's that. And then just a couple of other random bricks. So yeah, then I'm going to pull the other orders, and there was actually one more minifigure that sold on eBay. It was a droid. It was the one with the yellow torso. I think it's like a commander. Yep, that's him there. So that one was $6.50 on eBay. So that one just sold. So yeah, then I'm going to pull the other Bricklink orders and then ship stuff out, and then I can get to processing these orders. I think they're multiplying again. I am just going to get the vacuum cleaner at this point. That just might explain why the bugs are getting in. The tape that you can see here has fallen. It used to go up all the way there. And I mean, you can't really see it in the camera, but I'm almost certain a bug can get through there and stuff like that. So I've gotten most of the ladybugs. They're no longer everywhere. Like there was almost, by the time I got the vacuum here, there was probably close to a dozen of them on the door, this light, and on the roof over here. So those guys are all gone. But yeah, it is just they're everywhere. That might even be, oh yeah, you can see it a little bit there. Right up there, that little dot that's moving, that's a ladybug. Okay, so we know that, let me just move this so that doesn't cause issues. Right there by that hole, I'll zoom in a little bit. To the right of that hole, I just saw a ladybug walking. So we know that they're from behind this wood is how they're getting in now. It's good to know, but it's weird because there's only a tiny gap, but I guess that is quite a bit of a gap now that I'm looking at it. So I finally figured out where these bugs are coming from, although with my luck, that's not actually where they're from, and they're gonna still show up even if I block that off. So I'm gonna leave this down for now, and then in a little while, going to, I don't know, I wanna get a welder. It seems just to weld the entire thing with metal just to put a panel in front of this door or something like that. But I'm probably just gonna end up using some tape or something like that. So my dad and I, just for the past, well, it's now 8:52, 53, so it's been for like the past well, not quite, but about hour and a half-ish or so, have been putting up this tape all around the door. It is significantly better than it used to be. Goes all the way down to the ground, doubled up on the sides and then around the hinges. I mean on this side, not that side, because this side here has the loose wood thing where the bugs were from, but this side here, it's like it's going into a solid beam, so there's no leeway on that side, only on this side. So it's all done with tape that's twice as wide and doubled up in areas, so it is a lot better now. And so yeah, this here should hopefully keep out bugs for a long time, but yeah, we'll have to see if we have any more bugs in the near future, but definitely seems like we got most of them. And then now we've taped up the door, so hopefully we don't have too many visitors. So far there's been exactly one ladybug, but it was probably just flying around from somewhere, because we didn't get them all before the door was closed up, so I'm just hoping that that doesn't mean that there's also going to be a whole bunch more. But yeah, that is now done. The fake wall thing that was here, which was just a tablecloth from the dollar store, is now gone. So it looks a little bit different here now, but don't really need it up anymore. And it didn't actually provide any structural integrity for if I put things back there. It's just almost like a mental thing that, oh, if I have that curtain, it won't fall off the edge, but it doesn't really make any difference. But now it's time to get back to work, so I don't have too much time to get listing tonight, so I know I'm not going to finish because there's all of this, and then there is the yellow and red upstairs still, so still more to go at even after this. But then I'll see if I can at least get one or maybe two of these done tonight. But yeah, overall good progress with all the 2x2 plates. So yeah, I should be able to finish this up tomorrow maybe. So that'll be good. And then my dad has decided which one he's going to be working on next, and that is the 4x4 plates. So yeah, there is 5 shoe boxes of 4x4 plates. So yeah, it's just between the 7 different types: the square, square with hole, round, round with hole, sharp, round, and L. And yeah, just lots of those guys from all the different types. So yeah, then hopefully I can have all of the 2x2 plates listed by the time this stuff is done. But yeah, lots of stuff to get through. And yeah, hopefully this backlog doesn't take forever, but it'll definitely, I know 100% sure it's not done this year, even though it's still only October. But I am hoping that sometime next year, hopefully before Q4, but if it's not, that's fine, because it might be best if it was January, if not next year, but like the January after next year, that I finish this. That might be the best time, because then I might be able to run a sale and it wouldn't, it'll just make more sense like that. I don't know. But yeah, then hopefully I can get this stuff processed, and then the pile is definitely shrinking. A little bit more tape over there and there was just added because although 3 ladybugs have now dropped by for a visit, I'm assuming those ones are still from before, because it's only been like an hour or two since all the tape was put up. But then there was a pill bug walking across the roof, and so then I looked, and right over there, it looked to be a hole, just like with the door. So that's been taped up, and then just to be on the safe side, because we couldn't quite tell if there's a hole on this side as well, that was taped up. So hopefully this time it's all good now. So I was only able to get 2 containers of the 2x2 plates in dark bluish gray done. Yogurt time. Just getting to work for the day, and then I got one more of these stacks from upstairs, and so that means that only the red is left to be stacked. So we are about to see, is the kitchen infested with ladybugs, or is it for the first day in, well, a while, not going to be infested with ladybugs? And looking up, I am not seeing any ladybugs, so that is a good sign. So yeah, maybe, just maybe, this has actually worked, and it means that we aren't going to get any more ladybugs and stuff down here. But yeah, overall, that is nice to see. Then yeah, only the red are left upstairs, but then after that, I should be able to finish this. It shouldn't take too long to finish the last container of these. Then there's some dark gray. Then the light blue gray will take a while, but then after that, it's only smaller amounts. Because then we've got orange, blue, lime, dark red, green, yellow, and then normal red. Then I almost hear a ladybug though, but I may be going crazy. Yeah, there's one ladybug right there. But then that I'm assuming is just from before still. So yeah, overall, most of the ladybugs and stuff seem to be gone. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog. So thank you for watching if you got this far. Today is a Saturday, so the next vlog should be out on Wednesday.